This kind of generosity, this sharing of moving and thought-provoking art has a long and rich history. For me, one of the most extraordinary attempts to connect was made by a 19th century composer. Idealising utopian visions from Norse myth, Richard Wagner tried to create a total reality in which audiences could emotionally immerse themselves. Total art, work that is complete in and of itself. This might seem like the naive, controlling dream of a troubled genius, but there's something undeniably generous in Wagner's desire to share a fantastical vision that might inspire audiences to reflect anew on life. Wagner's passion has certainly shaped one man's life.
Nice to see you. Lovely day. Thanks for having me.
Builder Martin Graham connected with Wagner so much, he dreamed of staging Wagner's work in his back garden, deep in the Cotswolds.
Just in case I ever fancy building an opera house in my backyard. Yes. How long does it take?
Does that count dreaming about it?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, years. Years.
Over the years, Martin transformed the cowshed next to his house into a fully functioning opera house, complete with 500 hand-me-down seats from a Royal Opera House refit. His labour of love has now staged the whole of Wagner's 15-hour-long Ring cycle.
Is there a parallel between Wagner's total work of art, this vision of the full, encompassing experience for the audience, and the vision that you had here?
Well, of course, I didn't think of it in that way when I started. I just thought I want to build the theatre, and then we'll build the pit, and then we'll build the orchestra. But in fact, as we went on, people modified their views and thought, well, maybe it is possible. Maybe he isn't completely nuts.
When you listen to Wagner, where does it take your mind?
It's fantasy, and it's magical, and it's emotional, and it really tears your inside out.
Perhaps it all comes back again to innocence. Martin Graham's fascination with the magical started with something we might all remember and recognise, a child's curiosity.
When I was a little boy, I used to go out in the fields, and the first thing I did when I got out of sight so he could see me is I put my hand over one eye. And I used to call that my dark eye, and it took me to another world. And it was a little bit of childish fantasy. And it still comes back to me quite a lot. If you just want to extract yourself from the world and go into the arts, just do that, and you're away.
What I find remarkable is that Martin Graham has kept his curiosity and his enthusiasm for the arts, and has also had the self-belief and drive to share what he loves with others.
I do feel that there is something utopian about this, that you are building a better place here.
There's something absolutely tremendous, because it's like a love affair. Once you get going, there is a reciprocity. And the sort of people who, your customers who pay you good money and don't mind the odd leaking roof, they're the giants of it all, because they're just endorsing you and encouraging you and saying, go on. And then, of course, they are part of the joint enterprise. It's a wonderful, magical feeling to think all those people enjoyed themselves for a 4-hour, 5-hour evening and come out literally beaming with joy. For some, I think it's almost a religious experience.